Hello viewers, I'm Khalil Ahmed. Small and medium enterprises play a vital role in the economic prosperity of every country. No matter what country we talk about, what economy we talk about, whether it's emerging economy or the developed economies, SMEs should be the focus of attention as far as the government is concerned. As far as Pakistan's exports are concerned, SMEs play a vital role. Around 25% of the total contribution in exports comes from SMEs. So what is being done to promote this particular sector in terms of the provision of loans, in terms of the government tax relief, in terms of the government incentives? This is all we are going to talk about, and for that I am joined by the founder president of Small and Medium Enterprises Alliance, Mr. Zafar Iqbal. Mr. Zafar Iqbal, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. And the topic is very important.
Thanks.
For not only for Pakistan, I think it is of interest worldwide.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Actually, small and medium enterprises are extremely essential for the prosperity of every country. And in Pakistan, what we have seen is that the government has been trying, however, more efforts are required.
Actually, they have not done much to promote SMEs. Let me tell you briefly, 80% labor force is employed in SMEs.
Means after agriculture, this is the largest sector.
After agriculture, this is the largest. Then 96% out of 100 are SMEs, and only 4% large or mega large industries. Then beside this, they contribute 40% in GDP. So this is the importance of this, and you can imagine and guess how important it is. Unfortunately, there is no incentive or concession or some kind of support given to SMEs in Pakistan. The reason is that the people belonging to SMEs, particularly to small and very small enterprises, are poor, they are illiterate or less educated. They cannot project themselves and their causes and their problems to the authorities. And let me say again that all the unions and associations of FPCCI or you name any, they are taken over, governed by the billionaires, super rich people. So there is no representation of SMEs in the federations or Karachi Chamber or in FPCCI or anywhere else. So they have no one.
So what's the way out? Like, for instance,
the way out is that government should give incentives and make easy rules and regulations so that they can progress. I give you one example. We had very good relations with and meetings with Dr. Ishrat Hussain when he was governor of State Bank of Pakistan. And I explained the same points to him again and again, that for a small enterprise, it is very difficult and hard to obtain a loan of 1 million rupees. Because the reason is, banks are not interested in giving loans to such a small, on a small scale.
Is it because of the collateral issue?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. And secondly, they demand collateral. So how can somebody who is demanding a loan of 10 lakhs will give a collateral of 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs?
That's right.
So they don't have, they have so much with them, they won't go for loans. So he understood very well. He said, this is a very reasonable and a good point, and I will do whatever we can. So he, with our efforts and participation and conciliation, he actually got promoted prudential rules in State Bank of Pakistan. When I saw the final version of it, I was again disappointed. This collateral was still there. So I went to him and complained, Dr. Saab, what is this? We have made so much effort and you also supported. Again, this is it.
So it was way back, I presume, in 2004, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6 years, because this alliance, SME alliance was formed in 2000. So, and Shaukat Aziz had inaugurated it, and we had a lot of meetings with Shaukat Aziz, the at that time finance minister and prime minister. But again, they said they all promised, but they were not seriously interested in getting the problems resolved.
So it happened around, say roughly speaking, 2 decades ago.
Yeah,
so
more.
what has transpired over the
Same,
over the course of
nothing. Same. Reason is again that, let me again give you examples. A small enterprise person who is a shopkeeper or running a very small cottage industry of 5 or 10 people, he with little background and with little education, he cannot go and meet any high government official, because then there is a big gap, and he feels shy, or he is unable to go and meet important people. And similarly, this for top class people, and the small SMEs are not interesting, because
actually one thing which is quite incomprehensible to me is that when we know that exports are quite vital for the economy of Pakistan. Actually, if we have more exports, that is something which is going to help us in terms of economic growth, and of course, the external balance sheet would also not be the problem for us. So when we know that SMEs do contribute, and it is a bigger chunk, around 25% of the contribution comes from SMEs.
40% GDP.
In GDP,
Yeah.
but as far as the exports are concerned, around 25%.
Yeah.
So even then, like, there is no interest being evinced by the.
Again, problem same, that the top class people are running industries of billions of rupees export. They control. They show their faces. They are in the with the ruling class. They get their problems are resolved. But these small enterprises have no access to getting in the right direction or to the right people. Again, I tell you that. I give you an example. From you just name it, that any country in the world which is developed now was at one time based on a very poor economy and poor country.
You're right. And let's take the example of USA.
No, yes, and I give you a brilliant example is that Switzerland. They started making watches in the cottage industry, and now they are making the best and the most expensive watches in the world.
That's right.
And they are progressing. So this is one small example.
That's right.
Iran used to make excellent carpets. The carpet is a cottage industry. It doesn't require any machinery or any plant or to do to manufacture, and it's a handicraft work. Domestic girls or boys can do, and they are doing it. And Pakistan is also making fine quality or very good quality and cheap price carpets, which are exported to all over the world. But again, the transfer of technology is getting down, because they see now the market is depressing. They can't sell. They sell at a loss. So, and imagine there is no foreign exchange required in making carpets. There is no machine, no nothing. It is only handicraft. And still they are not promoting it and not care. Similarly, I have been talking about another industry to promote the economy of the country, and I thought that they will appreciate the idea. We are on sea, and we can produce lot of fisheries and fish products from sea. And again, you don't need seed or fertilizer to grow like in agriculture. So you go and catch and pack it nicely, hygienically, and you can. There was an example that South Korea is exporting, making $30 billion out of export of only fishery products. Imagine. Nice. So can't we do it? We can do it.
That's right. But Pakistan's economy at this particular juncture in 2023, we know that the fiscal year 2023-2024 budget has been presented, and we all are cognizant with the fact that Pakistan needs at least $25 billion of external financing, which would be coming from multilateral lenders and, of course, other countries, friendly countries. In addition to that, we need to enhance exports. Yes. So what is the salvation? Where the salvation lies? Does the salvation lie in promoting SMEs in Pakistan?
Yeah, when I tell you the importance, SMEs is considered as the backbone of industry and economy. It is considered an engine of economy. When you say this, Are we doing it? Are we practicing it? No, because there is no support. There are a lot of rules and regulations. There are 40, 50 different rules, regulations. The people belonging to SMEs, most of them do not understand or read or can write English. And 100% of the government rules, regulations are in English. You name customs book, or you call that, it is 500-600 pages in English. Same with, you name any department, there are rules, regulations.
So what is the role of the associations?
Yeah. So what we have been suggesting, that should be printed in Urdu also, so that at least the people. Now again, if you have such a voluminous rules and regulations, even you and me cannot understand it, because it is technically you don't have time to go through and read, and then we hire the services of a legal consultant. He explains us that these are the customs rules, these are the income tax rules, and this is excise rules.
Is the government or the relevant authorities demystifying these rules?
No, in fact, there should be no rules and regulations for small enterprises. It will be a very simple procedure to make it and export, let it be exported or sell, and they will get the money because of the taxes, they pay taxes. But if you know that there are no hindrances, no difficult conditions to comply with, now many people want to do it, but because of you have to hire services of a tax consultant and legal advisor, and people who are doing. If you go, take any example, customs. When you see the clearance sheet of the customs, you will see that 10-15 different taxes are included and deducted and paid. So it is very hard.
So have all these concerns have been communicated to the relevant authorities?
They have been communicated, but
from time to time,
and there is no action. They want to do it as it is. I don't know why it is, because whether they want to, the tax consultants or the people who are involved in the business to be.
I understand. Mr. Zafar Iqbal, it was really wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Well, viewers, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching.